Hello everyone and welcome to another exciting lesson. This is Mr. Stitt, and today we're going to be talking about inventing topics for research. This is a very important skill that you're going to use not just in this class, but in all your college classes to come. Because unlike high school, college gives you a lot of leeway in terms of what your final research topics can be for your papers. And so we have to develop the skill so that we're doing it well, we're using our time efficiently, and we ultimately come up with a great topic for our final research paper. So let's dive right in and learn this skill well. So first things first, topic invention for research papers. Our goal for our lesson today is number 1, what is topic invention? Number 2, why is it important to spend time developing the right topic? And number 3, I'm going to end our lecture today with an example of me inventing a topic for future research and kind of walk you through the process of how you do that. So let's dive right into some definitions. So what is topic invention? Well, topic invention is the process of discovering and developing an idea that you will turn into your research paper. It's a way of exploring the subjects that you're interested in most and narrowing those subjects down into focused, manageable research topics. Think about a funnel. Has your mom ever baked something in the kitchen and used a funnel? Then maybe she pours water in the top and it really narrows down at the bottom and comes out of the bottom in a very tight stream of water. That's kind of what we're doing with topic invention in the narrowing process. We're pouring all of our ideas, all the things that we're interested in. We're coming up with those at the top of the funnel. And then throughout the narrowing and topic research phase, we narrow down to something that's really, really meaningful. Also, think of it like planting a seed that will eventually grow into a full, well-sprouted research paper. That is what topic invention is all about. So why is topic invention so important? Well, good research papers start with a solid and thoughtful topic. Without this, you might end up with something too broad to handle or sometimes so specific that there's not even enough information to support it. Invention helps you to avoid both of these extremes, and it's also important because it makes your research paper more efficient, and it makes your time doing the research more efficient because you have such a focused area that you can really spend time finding the right research for. And when you start with a well-invented topic, the rest of the paper practically writes itself because you're answering such a narrow and specific question and analyzing information from people who have already tried to answer this narrow and specific question. At least it becomes much more manageable. So that's why topic invention is so important. So here's the steps on how to invent a topic. You first want to start with some broad interest area. What are some things that you're curious about? What's relevant to the course specifically that you've been studying? But then, after you identify those broad interest areas, you want to ask yourself some questions. What do you want to know more about? What issues or problems in this area can you explore? Next, you narrow your focus even further. The more narrow a paper, the better the ultimate result of the research will be. Once you have some questions, start narrowing them down into more specific ideas. Finally, refine into a researchable topic. Make sure that your topic is clear, manageable, and researchable. This means that there should be enough sources, but it shouldn't be too overwhelming. Those are the key steps in topic invention. Now I want to show you an example. This is an idea that you could have for a research paper, but I want to show how I start with a broad idea and I narrow it down to something really specific that's manageable for research. So if I start at the top, I start broad, right? I want to identify social media as a topic for my research. But then I start asking myself questions. How does social media affect mental health? What impact does social media have on body image, especially among teens? How is social media changing political discourse? So I've taken that broad topic of social media, but I've started to ask some questions of what is it specifically I'm interested in learning about social media. Next, I narrow down even further. After some reflection on the questions that I've asked, you might decide to focus on one particular question in particular, such as, how does social media affect body image among teenagers? So I've taken social media, narrowed it down to body image, and narrowed it down even further to teenagers. So notice how it's like that funnel analogy that I gave you at the beginning. We start broad, we narrow down slowly. Last, you refine. You can refine this even further to make it a solid research topic. What is the impact of Instagram on teenage girls' perceptions of body image? So this is very specific. It has clear boundaries, and it's a topic that I can definitely research. So you see how I took something as broad as social media and I narrowed it down to something that's more researchable. That's inventing a topic well. So why this topic works? So let's consider, why does this topic that I just came up with work? Well, first, it's very focused. I'm not looking at all social media platforms or all age groups for that matter, just Instagram and just teenage girls. Second, it's also researchable because there's existing data, studies, and expert opinions on social media's effect on body image. Finally, it's manageable. I can explore this in a standard research paper without feeling too overwhelmed like I'm taking on the entire world of social media and gathering too much information. So that's why this topic works really well. So now it's your turn. This week, as your module assignment, you're going to take a turn inventing a topic. I want to encourage you to start broad and ask questions that are meaningful to you. Don't be afraid to go through several rounds of narrowing down before you find the topic that's right for you. Remember, topic invention is all about finding something that sparks your interest, but is also focused and researchable. So really make sure to spend your time being honest with yourself. What's something that interests you? But really take the time to narrow down even further. Ask those detailed questions and come up with something that you find will work for you. So here's a few quick tips for success this week. Choose something that you're interested in. It'll make the research and writing process more enjoyable. So yes, you have to do work, but can you do work that's meaningful and important to you? Talk it out. Sometimes discussing your ideas with classmates or even friends can help clarify your thinking. You can even email me to see if your topic is researchable and narrow enough. Check the research. Take some time, go to our school library, and make sure that there's enough material available for you in your topic. And last, be flexible. Don't worry if your topic shifts as you research. That's part of the process. Sometimes you can't find enough information to validate a full-on research paper. Don't be afraid to be flexible. Throw out an old idea, come up with a new idea. Those are some quick tips for success. So thanks so much for joining us this week. This has been Mr. Stitt, and we talked about topic invention today. Please, after this video, check Canvas for further readings, assignments, and other important information, and contact me if you have any questions. Thanks so much, and I look forward to being with you next time. Bye.